Welcome back to Creature Files. I hope everyone had a great holiday period and are pumped for the new year. There's plenty more to discover about our ancient world, so let's continue on this journey in 2020. On this episode of Creature Files, we will explore the evolutionary history of our own species, from our ape-like ancestors right through to modern man. Travel back in time far enough, and all life on Earth will share a common ancestor, from humans to whales, from insects to dinosaurs. The story of man begins 55 million years ago with the evolution of the first primates. These small mammals were specially adapted for life in the trees. What sets primates apart from other mammals are larger brains, colour vision, and dexterous hands with opposable thumbs capable of grasping objects. For millions of years, these small primates evolved and diversified, and approximately 8 to 6 million years ago, the first gorillas appeared in the fossil record. 5.8 million years ago, the first signs of a direct human ancestor appear. This is Auroran tugenensis. Auroran meaning original man, and tugenensis referring to the Tugen Hills in Kenya, where the first fossils were found in 2000. Members of this species were around the size of chimpanzees and had thick tooth enamel, similar to modern humans. The femur bones of Auroran tugenensis showed evidence of bone buildup typical of a bipedal animal, suggesting that while they could climb trees, they most likely walked on two legs while on the ground. Around 4 million years ago, the Australopithecines evolved. The most well-known species is Australopithecus afarensis, meaning southern ape from afar. They are one of the most successful human ancestors, surviving for over 900,000 years, having survived 4 times as long as our own species has existed. They shared many characteristics with both apes and humans, with ape-like face proportions and brain case, and a brain around 500 cubic centimeters. They had long, strong arms for climbing trees and were about a third of the size of the average human. However, they had small canine teeth like modern humans, as well as an upright posture allowing for bipedal locomotion. This gave them the ability to adapt to the changing climate and reduction of forests throughout Africa. The warming, drier climate ultimately caused these early human ancestors to walk greater distances for food, and a reduction of body hair to help regulate their body temperatures. Fast forward to 2.5 million years ago, and we are now Homo habilis. Meaning handyman, Homo habilis is the first human ancestor to show direct evidence for the use of tools. Homo habilis was by no means a modern human, however, with a face structure that protruded less than earlier hominids, but still retains many ape-like features. It is thought that Homo habilis most likely used their primitive tools for scavenging rather than actively hunting or defense. However, they may have been aggressive scavengers, stealing kills from small predators such as jackals. The inclusion of meat in their diet may have favoured the evolution of a larger brain, with a volume of around 600 cubic centimeters. Homo erectus, meaning upright man, first appeared around 1.8 million years ago in Asia. They are the first human ancestor to have migrated out of Africa in large numbers. They are also the first true hunter-gatherers, crafting more effective stone hunting tools and achieving a brain size of 1,000 cubic centimeters. 1.6 million years ago, Homo erectus shows the first evidence of the use of fire for light, warmth, and cooking. 600,000 years ago, Homo heidelbergensis appears in Africa and Asia. These early humans are much more recognizable, with a much flatter face compared to early hominids, as well as a brain case rivaling modern proportions. They stood at an average of 175 centimeters for males and 157 centimeters for females. Homo heidelbergensis also developed the first purpose-built, simple shelters from wood and rock around 500,000 years ago, and began hunting with spears. 230,000 years ago, Homo neanderthalensis first appears and spreads quickly across Europe from Britain to Iran. Compared to modern humans, Neanderthals were stockier with shorter limbs and larger noses. Neanderthal brain cases were approximately 1,600 cubic centimeters, within the realms, although larger than that, of modern humans, and their technology was rather advanced. Stone tools were now much more complex. They could create and manipulate fire, build rafts, create simple clothing, utilize medicinal plants to treat wounds and illnesses, and use various cooking techniques such as roasting and smoking. And finally, modern humans appear, approximately 195,000 years ago, and rapidly migrated across Asia and Europe. As recently as 150,000 years ago, humans may have been capable of speech. 140,000 years ago, we see the earliest evidence of long-distance trade, and 110,000 years ago, humans began to craft jewelry from eggshells. Human culture continued to evolve, and 50,000 years ago, humans are now burying their dead, creating clothes from animal hides, and developing complex hunting strategies such as traps. Modern humans also first colonized Australia around this time. The first cave paintings are being created around 33,000 years ago. Art is becoming a part of human culture. The last of Homo erectus also died out at this time, outcompeted by modern man. 12,000 years ago, the first modern humans reach America, and 10,000 years ago, humans develop farming, agriculture, and animal domestication. No longer must humans travel great distances for food. Without the need to migrate for food, humans begin living in villages and construct permanent residences. The Stone Age ends 5,500 years ago with the invention of copper and tin smelting. This gives birth to the Bronze Age, and metal tools begin to replace the stone tools humans have used for the last 2.5 million years. Writing is developed 5,000 years ago, and 4,000 years ago, the Sumerians of Mesopotamia developed the very first civilization. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this installment of Creature Files, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. Also find Creature Files on Facebook at facebook.com/creaturefiles. See you next time.